Hey there. Hello. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining me. This is Deadbeat Son with your host, Trey Lamb. And that's me, Trey. How you guys doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this, man. Out the gate, first and foremost, it is October 11th. Just so you know, that is the date of this episode. And I hope you're well. Okay, out the gate. Boom. You notice something different? I bet you do if you're watching. Bet you don't if you're listening. But for those who are only listening, thanks for listening, by the way. We got new digs. Okay, we got a new studio. All right, it's the same studio, but I did something a little different. You're going to have to check out the YouTube or my Instagram to see a snapshot. But looks better, right? And we're working on more upgrades. This is progressing as we go along. You know, the reason for this is episode 13, by the way. God, I got to chill out. The reason for the change is because I took to Instagram the other day, and I asked the good people who follow me to give me suggestions on how to, kind of liven up, bring a little life to this studio. And, we got, I didn't realize that people hated it as much as they did. Because, the responses were very passionate, mean, direct, specific, metaphorical. It was like they came from all angles. People were telling me, I got a handful of people telling me they used terms like FBI interrogation room vibe. Someone said that my podcast looks like a serial killer making confessions. I mean, not much I can do about that. I'm not doing that. Even if I was a serial killer, I wouldn't be confessing it on my podcast. Although, if I were to do it anywhere, this would be the last place they'd look. You got to burn yourself. You got to burn yourself every now and then. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing? You got to give yourself a ribbon. Ribbon, whatever. So we changed it up, but it's still the same. We got this here, the sign. We're working on stuff too. Might be more changes along the way. We have my personal artwork. We have an original from Joey Bruce. Shout out to him, all the way up in Montreal, Montreal, Canada. That's my boy. And then this side of the wall to this side of me is empty, and that's for a reason, and we'll get to it today. But first, how you doing? Doing okay? It's been a while. It's good to see you. I got topics for today. Don't worry. This podcast is a work in progress, right? I understand that. And I knew that going in. I didn't have, some grand spanking twist on a thing or, I didn't come in with some like crazy, I didn't come in with some like, crazy angle or some niche, some like, to reach out to a specific community. Like I don't do a D&D podcast because I don't like that. I don't do like I don't do a murder mystery whatever podcast because I'm not a woman with no personality. I'm not I don't fulfill a specific niche or niche or aunt. My niche is me, right? So that's not an easy sell. I know that. I know that. I see me. I see me more than you do. I gotta think as me. So I get it, right? I get that I'm kind of a tough sell. But that's why it's a work in progress, okay? I don't think I have all the answers. I know I don't. I'm 26, baby. I don't have any answers, unless the answer is freaking WD-40 on it, unless the answer is like change your oil. I don't really have an answer. So I like that it's an interactive thing, and I hope that people like what I've done with the place. Don't worry, though. This is going to be different, too, and this is going to also change. Feel free to send in some artwork that you would like to be displayed or just shown off, whatever. But, yeah, that's P.O. Box 591, Clearfield, Utah, 84015. That's where you can send it, and I will receive it. So yeah, we're fully into fall, into the swing of things. I got my little OVO owl all wrapped up in a scarf and a little jacket, dude, looking smart. It's weird that they didn't give it glasses. Gave it a scarf. He gave it a nice little pea coat. No glasses. I don't know. That's just me. I would have put glasses on it. Owls are always wearing glasses to show that they are smart. All right. Yeah, man. And we might change it again. I don't know. I mean, there are more changes coming. So watch out for that. Be aware of that. And get excited for it, too. Okay. We had another write-in. That's right. I wanted to get to that. We had another submission, or we had another viewer write-in, listener, enjoyer of the pod, who wrote in, and she wanted to tell us a story. Okay. First of all, okay, we got it. So this is Catherine, all the way in the UK. So what up, Catherine? First of all, she had this great idea that we're going to toy around with here. She had an idea to make a playlist for the podcast. So and the playlist would be centered around your deadbeat era, where whenever you were your most deadbeat or dirtbag, time, and something that reminds you of that time. Send in your suggestions, and I'll make a playlist on Spotify. It'll be the Deadbeat playlist, and or the Deadbeat Son, whatever. And I think that'd be a really fun thing, and then we could all contribute to it, and I'll listen to it. So that was Catherine's idea. So thank you, Catherine, and let me know what y'all think. And if we get a lot of submissions, hell yeah, we're going to do it. So, all right. She also gave us a story to kick things off. Kick off the playlist. And it goes like this. So it's the height of summer, and shamefully, not that long ago. And I'm high as fuck at a festival in the UK. It's illegal here, remember, so don't be a narc. Talking to you, Kevin. At one point, I went out of the festival to grab a jacket from my car and then walked back in, forgetting that I reek of weed. Man, if that ain't the story of my freaking middle school, dude. I mean, golly. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. That's the drawback with smoking weed, because Oxy doesn't really have a scent. Oxy doesn't have a scent. Heroin, I don't think it has a scent. You could be, but there's other ways, obviously, to tell if someone. But that's a boom. I mean, it's too bad that that weed has to stank so much. But alas, forgetting that I reek of weed. That's the other thing too. That especially sucks about stankin' when you smoke weed is that you forget. You forget only the important things when you're smoking weed, like how you are presenting yourself after smoking weed in a public or heavily policed area such as this. Okay. The drug dogs on duty were sat right by the entrance, and because I was so stoned, I saw this dog sniffing me and stopped to pet him, forgetting that it's a fucking drug dog. His handler obviously then gave me the whole spiel. I have reason to believe you are in possession of illicit substances. If you surrender it now, you'll be granted amnesty, etc., etc. And I had to wait in a queue, very British, of other degenerates for half hour to hand my weed over. Is that your, like, Miranda right? Is that, I have reason to believe you are in possession of illicit substances. If you surrender it now, you'll be granted amnesty. Man, you never saw that on Cops, I'll tell you that much. That's so well spoken. In America, it's you have the right to shut the fuck up. Anything you say is going to be used against you. Over there, they're like, so you're telling me in the UK, they're going, if they arrest you, they know you have drugs. The dogs picked it up. They go, we think you have drugs on you. If you give us the drugs, you'll be fine. You can go, right? Here, they go, I think you have drugs on you. Spread them. I have reason to believe you have drugs on you. Spread them. Spread those cheeks. I'm checking you, Dale. You know? Here they say, hey, Dale, spread them. I'm checking you inside and out. I used to think a cavity search meant that people would hide things in their fake tooth. And so if they had a cavity search, then the cop would have to, like, go in and, like, take out their fillings or something. Or, like, look into, like, a fake capsule tooth to look for, whatever they were hiding. But nope, it's your ass. So anyway, okay. Where were we? Had to wait in a queue of other degenerates to hand my weed over. She continues, by some miracle, I get assigned the chillest guy ever who let me smoke half a blunt before ripping off only the end and handing to confiscate and then handing the rest back to me. 15 minutes later, I've given the festival my details and I'm free to go. By that point, I'm about to miss the band. So I leg it into the festival, squeeze through the crowd till I'm at the barrier. Ended up being one of the best sets I've ever seen. Man, and if that ain't just another case of hot chicks getting away with stuff, man. That's that pretty privilege. So you got a chill guy who just like saw this chick coming up to him who was all like pissed off and like whatever. And he was like, nah, go ahead and smoke it. It's cool. It's chill. The guy's risking his job. I mean, it just goes to show festival security. If this was a cop, if it's a cop, then that's pretty girl privilege. If it's festival security, and then it just goes to show that they don't give a fuck about their job, right? I've been swearing a lot this episode. It's fine. Man, see, like, yeah, it doesn't go down like that over here. I mean, it does if you look, if you fit the description or have enough money, you can pretty much get away with whatever. But, man, that's got to be tight to be a woman and just get caught with drugs and then you get to do the drugs. I mean, you got caught. That's awesome. I mean, hey, good for you, Catherine. And thank you for writing in. Oh, she added, she wants to add she suggested a song for the playlist. So for that era, I would say Dinosaur Pileup, Blackfoot, or 1111 by Dinosaur Pileup. But Blackfoot is a whole song about being a deadbeat and basically skater boying all the haters. And that's what we're here to do, Catherine. That's what we're here to do. Yes. I love that you brought that up. Because we haven't even talked about that in a while. When's the last time? Who skaterboarded somebody lately? Please write in and tell me. I want to know. Who's the last? Have I skaterboarded anyone recently? I've been getting humbled lately, honestly. I got recognized at this bar. This guy, he's a fan of the podcast. So, hey, shout out to you, my man. Thank you for listening. And it was, they were having an open mic at this bar. And it was as I was getting ready to go up, this guy said, hey, you know, I'm a fan of the pod, this and that. So we talked, had a little chat. And then I went up at this open mic and I bombed so hard, dude. I mean, it's so embarrassing, dude. Especially now that people know who I am. Fuck, man. I used to bomb in obscurity. You know? Like, and I don't... Look, I come on here and I say that I do bomb a lot, but it's not all the time. It just happened to be the last 2 times that somebody recognized me before I went up. I would go up, make an absolute ass of myself, and then leave. And this guy was nice. These guys were nice, who I met at the bar there. They were still fans afterwards, so we really appreciate that, and we need that more than you know. So thank you. All right, okay. So we're getting through this episode quick already. Is there anything else on the topics that I had? I mean, I'm sure there is. We did you know what? I'm going to have to do that later. Okay. I'm going to have to do that next time, I mean. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now we're here. We're at you've all been wondering, I'm sure you've been just absolutely dying to know, why is this side of the wall empty? Well, here we are, okay? Let's make some room. Oh, also suggest some names for this individual. I don't know how they identify. They're dressed like a bisexual, but I don't know. It doesn't really help with gender, though. Anyway, okay. So, I've been doing this podcast for over 3 months now, right? And some of you have been listening that entire time, and I thank you for that. I don't think I've really addressed, like, the crux of this podcast. Why is it called Deadbeat Son? What does that mean? Who is the deadbeat son, right? It's me. But what does it mean? What is why? Why am I even doing this, right? Well, okay. I started off saying that this is about lessons, right? This is about the lessons that I kind of pick up along the way to share with you that that a role model didn't. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think... Okay, I'm here to try to help and also learn life lessons that we were supposed to have learned but didn't because someone was a deadbeat, right? And wasn't there for us, or whatever circumstances that you had growing up made it difficult or, you know, impossible even to learn those things, and or you had other more important things, and whatever the case is. But for a lot of us, myself included, there's a lot of lessons that you learn and then you go, damn, I wish I learned that like 10 years ago, you know? And so that's what we're here. That's what this is for, okay? And everyone's a deadbeat. Everyone has moments of being a deadbeat, or everybody knows a deadbeat. So, and that's fine. We love them, or you don't. But that's just kind of life, and you make the most of it. So this wall is for the deadbeats. Right now, it represents, you know, the fathers. It's empty because it represents the fathers that weren't there, right? But this podcast is here to change that. With that is our new segment. And that's the deadbeat of the week. What? Dude, what a... Yes! I love this idea. I love this idea. Deadbeat of the week. Every week, we're going to pick someone, celebrity, historical figure, a real person in my life or in your life, someone in the news, a fictional character, whatever the case is, an animal. Like every week, I'm going to present to you the deadbeat of the week, whether they did something or they just are the way they are. Whatever the case is. And feel free, please, once again, to write in with your nominations for Deadbeat of the Week. And this here is the Hall of Deadbeats. Okay, I'll have a sign there. For now, it's going to be whatever it is, but it's a Hall of Deadbeats. And so we'll have people up there, famous, and then who are some of the best deadbeats that we can muster up. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So reach out to me on Instagram, either at Trey J. Lamb on Instagram or at Deadbeat Son Podcast on Instagram, or email me at deadbeatsonpodcast@gmail.com. Okay, ready? And here we are, the inaugural Deadbeat of the Week. And this is one that honestly we never thought would make it on here. This person, by every stretch of the definition and the meaning of the word deadbeat, does not fit into that category. But per his recent decisions, has made it so. And we're gonna have to go ahead and give that. We're gonna have to go ahead and give that to my main man, Mr. Tom Brady. That's right, TB12. TB12 is the deadbeat. Tom Brady is the deadbeat of the week, and I'm sure some of you are aghast at this controversial take. Some of you don't like this. Some of you may be thinking it's about damn time. But regardless of how you feel about sports or men, he is an important figure in American culture. And he is a great father, I'm pretty sure, for the most part, right? He's got to be. He seems he eats well, he exercises, he kisses hard. He kisses hard, baby. You know what I mean? Like, and he kisses on his own terms, which are demanding. I haven't had the pleasure of kissing him, but I have seen him kiss. It is something to behold. Anyway, the reason that he is our inaugural deadbeat of the week is because he recently is in the news for kind of bailing on his family to come out of retirement to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, that is not a deadbeat move. He is pursuing something that he's good at. He is pursuing, it's not, something that he is, but what makes this one a deadbeat is that the team does suck this year. So basically, Tom Brady bailing on his kids is and playing the way he has been is a lot like if Jason's dad from down the block walked out on Jason and his mom, to go play in an Aerosmith cover band down at the bowling alley, right? It's just not the thing to do. So with that, Tom Brady, you have made it Deadbeat of the Week. It's an honor to have you here. If anyone's disagrees with this, I would love to hear your arguments. If anyone thinks that this agrees with this, I'd love to hear your reasoning. He just, he He's a God. I can't look at that anymore. That's too much, man. He's a good-looking guy. But all right, so he's made it. He has made it to the Hall. Everyone, congratulate Tom Brady on being the inaugural Deadbeat of the Week. And that's going to do it for this episode. Let me know if you like this segment. It's going to keep going. So every week, new people, new deadbeats. Like I said, write in with your suggestions. Write in with whatever you got, man. We'd love to hear it. You can catch me this week if you're catching this live. If you're catching this the week of, I'll be down in Provo, Utah. I will be hosting for the Dry Bar Comedy special tapings. So people are filming specials. If you want to catch me doing some clean comedy, come on out to that. That should be a hoot. Trip to California is coming up too. I'm excited about that. Let me know if you live in California and I can stay at your house or apartment. That would be sweet. And make sure to hit the P.O. box, hit the email, Instagram, all that good stuff. YouTube, check out the YouTube as well. Please, trying to build that. And I like where we're at, and I want to keep this going. So thanks again for watching, for listening, however you're consuming me. I appreciate it. So we'll see you next week. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.